For many of us, human nature drives us to purchase the latest and greatest newfangled kitchen gadgets. Today we cover the top 10 kitchen gadgets that you really don't need. Most of these items are more trouble than they're worth, and your money could be better spent elsewhere. Number 1. Single-serve coffee makers. You get more value by using a regular coffee maker instead of these single-serve machines, which also requires special pods that can be expensive. The upfront cost of buying single-serve coffee makers is higher than regular coffee makers. This alone should put you off from buying them. It offers nothing else than the illusion of a gourmet coffee experience. Additionally, coffee pods are much more expensive than coffee bought in bulk. If you decide to own one, the cost will add up over time. Aside from the cost, the amount of waste that single-serve coffee makers generate is also worth considering before purchasing them. Number 2. Expensive blenders. You don't need a top-of-the-line blender to make smoothies and other drinks. A basic countertop blender will do the job just fine. Many branded and expensive blenders can trick you into buying them with clever advertising schemes. These premium blenders claim to offer powerful and reliable motors that give you more blending power. Sure, top-of-the-line blenders can give you more premium features and configurations, but you can't expect to use them all, especially if you are using your blender at home versus in a commercial kitchen. Traditional blenders will be just fine if they can help you make smoothies and purees. For example, an Oster blender worth $25 can probably give you the same quality smoothie as a $400 Vitamix blender. So, why should you spend more? Number 3. Egg timers. There is no need to purchase an egg timer when most phones have a built-in timer. Egg timers are the perfect example of kitchen gadgets you don't need to buy simply because they serve a specific purpose. And like mentioned above, you can use any regular kitchen timer or the one on your phone for this. Besides, if you want to achieve the perfect boiled eggs, you will need to keep a close eye on them, regardless. Number 4. Food processors. A food processor requires a lot of cleaning, takes up counter space, and performs most tasks that can be done with a blender or knife just as well. Buying a food processor is also impractical if you only use them in small volumes or rarely use them. A food processor is also bulky and comes with several attachments. Therefore, they are cumbersome to use and put away after washing them. Number 5. Ice cream makers. If you don't make ice cream often, buying a pint from the store is better than investing in an appliance that will take up storage space and collect dust for most of the year. The cost of purchasing an ice cream maker, especially a premium brand, is just not worth it. How many times in a year would you expect to be making ice cream at home? Dealing with the kitchen gadget, finding ingredients for your ice cream, and cleaning up the ice cream maker isn't worth the hassle. You will be better off buying pre-made ice cream from the store, and it will be so much better than the ice cream you make at home. Number 6. Yogurt makers. Like the ice cream maker, the same applies to the yogurt maker. Making yogurt requires time and specific temperatures that can be hard to maintain with a yogurt maker. You must also consider the cost and time required to buy the ingredients for making yogurt at home. It's better to buy plain yogurt from the store and flavor it yourself, which will likely be much cheaper than making your own yogurt with a fancy piece of equipment. Number 7. Electric knife sharpeners. Sharpening steel can sharpen your knives just as well and is much more affordable. Not only are they expensive, but you also risk ruining your knife if you don't know how to use electric knife sharpeners properly. While manual sharpening is harder, it is better for your blades in the long run. Electric knife sharpeners also require a power source, which makes it harder to take them to other places. If that's not enough, these products are bulky and take up too much space on the counter. Number 8. Spice grinders. You can buy pre-ground spices that are much more convenient than grinding them yourself with an electric grinder. Additionally, you would need to grind an awful lot of spices to recoup your investment. Unless you run a commercial kitchen that requires you to regularly grind a significant amount of spices, it's just not worth the investment. It is also worth noting that spice grinders don't really grind your spices to produce a fine powder. Most models chop or slice your spices, which means the quality is not the same as the ground ones that you can readily buy from the market. If you have a coffee grinder at home and insist on grinding your own spices, You can use that instead of buying one explicitly meant for spices. Number 9. Mandolines. If you only need to slice veggies occasionally, you should use a knife instead of investing in a tool you will rarely use. Using a knife is also best if you are not very particular about the size and thickness of the slices. A mandoline might be better used in a professional kitchen, where chefs need to achieve better efficiency when cutting vegetables, or when it just needs to be done fast. But at home, you are okay with just using your regular kitchen knife for this job. Number 10. Popcorn makers. Making popcorn in the microwave is much easier and cheaper than using a specialized machine. You can find many bagged popcorn products that are ready in a minute or two. On the other hand, popcorn makers tend to be expensive and use up space in your kitchen. Unless you are making popcorn at home multiple nights per week, the extra cost of this kitchen gadget is not worth the investment. Over the years, many innovative kitchen products and gadgets have promised to make cooking at home easier and more efficient. While some of these products have transformed how many home cooks and professional chefs work in the kitchen, do not be fooled into thinking that just because they are new and innovative, they are worth your money. These kitchen gadgets we've mentioned are just a few of those examples. Make sure to carefully consider what these products can do, and if you have anything else already in your kitchen that can do their job. If the latter is the case, there is no need to waste money on these kitchen tools.